Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Blue Sky, X, and of course our YouTube channel. Please stop what you're doing right now and subscribe. We appreciate you. All right, well, former NFL Patriots coach Bill Belichick is the talk of social media following a recent interview with his young girlfriend. Internet users have been chiming in after the 73-year-old, was asked during a sit-down interview with CBS Mornings how he met his boo, Jordan Hudson. Now she's 24. Before Bill could even answer, Jordan, who's been reportedly popping in on several press events and public appearances with the Super Bowl champ, quickly shut the question down, saying, "We're not talking about that." As the clip has gone viral, some are speculating that Bill could be a victim of elder abuse, suggesting Jordan might be dodging questions to protect financial interests. Others, however,
Mm.
focused on the couple's 50 year age gap, calling Bill out and comparing him to other celebrities who have caught backlash for dating much younger women. So I'll start with you, Brittany, because you fell out. Is this elder abuse, or she just don't want people in her business?
Boy, that boy having the time of his life in that bedroom, and we all know why. He gonna die, and she gonna get paid, and she gonna get a nice lump of sum for them tricks in bed. And she don't want nobody to know how he found her, because it was probably on a ad in Craigslist. So, don't think that we all know she doing it. Like, but what I did here is so crazy because I've been having this conversation with my friends, my guy friends. And I read, because, Shannon Sharpe and his whole young girl thing, that the golden rule is half your age plus 7 years.
Well,
You can't go lower than that.
you want to
So
go 50 years?
yeah, oh yeah, no, he out of line. But they do that all the time. They do that all the time. Oh, she just buying her time. He got kids.
I'm sure he has kids, yeah.
Okay, she gonna kick y'all out the wheel. FYI.
And she's probably older than his kids, because if he's
And
72, 73, and
she
she's
gonna
12.
pop out a baby too.
It was
She gonna
funny.
pop out a baby.
There was a picture of them on vacation, and you know how dads laying on the back and they have their daughters up in the air. He was doing that to her, and they were like, "This is just so weird." Um, Chike, what are your thoughts on all this?
Older men do like their sports cars. Listen, who the judge and say that's that man, that's his money, that's their life. Listen, have fun, enjoy. She wants to be there, you want her there. Who the hell are we to even talk about it?
You
You
know,
think it's real love?
Who cares?
well, it's interesting because Tony DeCopo, he's the one that was interviewing the coach, and he said, your relationship has been all over the press. What are your thoughts on that? He said, I really haven't. I've never much cared what people thought about what I do. So listen, I think
And
sometimes
why should he? He has a bunch of money. Why would he? Why should he?
sometimes people know what they're doing, and they're fine with it. They're fine with it. All right, well, a mounting wave of allegations against Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe is expanding, and is now his legal team is stepping up to address the latest accusations coming to light. As reported by the U.S. Sun, Michelle Bundy Evans filed a lawsuit against Sharpe in 2023, accusing him of defamation over remarks Sharpe allegedly made after she secured a restraining order against him more than a decade ago. The article breaks down some unsettling allegations involving a supposed sexual assault that went down back in 2010 between Evans and Sharpe. This lawsuit was pushed to Sharpe's legal team has pushed Sharpe's legal team to drop a new statement aimed directly at the claims, and they said it should be of no surprise that when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl out of the woodworks to share their connection to the person and attempt to profit from the alleged relationships. Attorney continued, in many cases, those stories or accusations are nothing more than old news, fanciful exaggerations, or sometimes blatant misrepresentations of fact. They are shared on social media or fed to reporters with intentional fabricated narrative. This is exactly what has happened to Shannon Sharpe and Resurrection. resurrection of the case involving Michelle Evans is a perfect example. They're pretty much saying that this happens. You know, we see it all the time when there's one accusation, more come out the woodwork and saying this is what this is. Chicken, what are your thoughts on this? Because you know, this all stems from the case, the current case. I think it's for $10 million he's being sued, or is it no $50 million being sued, where he met a woman at the time she was 19, and they had this kinky affair, and she's saying that he raped her anally and all this kind of stuff as recent as January. Of course, he said no. They've released text messages and messages he has to show that they were into that kinky stuff, you know, S&M and all that kind of stuff. But they're saying this is still rape and sexual assault. So now this woman has come out saying that her claim was back in 2010. And what are your thoughts?
Me personally, I think that Shannon Sharpe has been circling the drain for quite some time now. So it was only a matter of time before something actually blew up and stuck. I just think that these people that have the means and the access have been doing the most for a long time. And this stuff is starting to come out. I'm not accusing this man. I'm not saying that he did or didn't do. But what I'm saying is in the culture, this is what's been going on. So at anything that looks like, resembles, a cousin of, adjacent to, they're going to jump on it and they're going to be the swarm of ants that attack. And that's just what's happening. Whether you're guilty or not, whether you did it or not, that's just what it is. So people need to move accordingly and not necessarily feed those stereotypes of people with money, especially when you have the, you know.
Yeah. Brittany, I was told years ago by a friend of mine who's much older than me, never date someone or be with someone that doesn't have as much to lose as you do. And I was
That
talking
part.
about this on my live last week, talking about this case, that when you're 19 years old, you can't appreciate what Shannon Sharpe did to accumulate his fame and to, you know, have the career he has. So it's easy for it to go down the drain for you to ease like when you can relate to that level of success, you can relate to what it takes to get there. You're a little bit more hesitant to put someone's business out there and potentially ruin their career. Not saying that it's all on her because it takes two to tango, but I think that a 19-year-old. What are your thoughts on all this?
I do kind of agree with you. I think that like for her, even like watching the clip or whatever, it felt like she was setting him up to
Mhm.
fall for the okie doke, knowing that she was recording him. Like it did not, it felt cringy in the fact that it felt like she intentionally got on the phone to provoke him while she was recording from another phone. I mean, I think that um first of all, but it's not all on her. Like, what is it, Shannon, that is making you go for kids that are coming out of high school, like
Mhm.
at your age? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? It's very pedophilish because it just be like, how young would you go, or how young would you wait?
Mhm.
Because, like I said before on this podcast, these girls in this high school be looking more grown than me.
Yeah.
Like so if they look like that and you waiting for 19, the age don't matter to y'all. Like it's very cringy. And then on top of it, you know, a man of color, a minority man, telling a majority woman of her color, her skin tone, that he gonna choke the shit out of her and all this other kind of stuff. Like, if that's not cringy, like then he wants to do all the kinky stuff, forgetting her age. She's not even 20. She can't even drink yet. Like, and 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 you want to I well, I'm trying to think of the words to use, but like, yeah, no, I'm very disappointed in Shannon Sharpe because you need therapy, boo, for all of the youngness, the kinkiness. Like, I don't understand how you get pleasure wanting to choke somebody out. Like, but that's not my gig. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hit me while we having sex. That does not turn me off. Like, so I'm sorry that it does for you, but now you have this lawsuit. You know, like, so
Damn.
like, I think you gotta learn better decision making. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I want to say this: there are other people that do similar things, right? And at least they're cunning enough to have people sign NDA so it can't come back
Yes.
and bite them in the ass.
Yes.
You know, you just out here being reckless. If you really did it, and if you really did it, and you're out here being reckless like that, you deserve all the smoke that comes your way for being an idiot.
Mhm. It's funny. There's a video. They don't take nothing serious on the internet. He made a video saying this is a shakedown and all this stuff. The video he took. So people have been
Mhm.
taking that clip and they've captioned it when my side piece at work is threatening to tell my coworkers about our relationship. They don't take
I
nothing
thought
serious.
somebody was gonna remake it and do themselves in it. Oh, that was because he was like, play the whole clip. Like, that's 10 seconds. Play the whole clip. I thought somebody was gonna remake it. So
Yeah.
disappointed because I liked, he was really, he had a whole like little motion going, a wave. And I was,
Mhm.
man, y'all better stop disappointing me and
He didn't value it. He did
Yeah.
not value
Yep.
it.
Yep.
stop getting black men, black men. I love y'all. We love y'all. Black women love y'all. Stop getting with these women that don't want to see y'all win. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the what's the man name from Marvel? Chasing the white woman down the
Yeah.
street.
Jonathan.
Like, like, stop. Look at Kanye, lost his motherfucking mind. Like, stop getting with these women that are like not good for your soul. Find you a nice black woman. Look at Barack and Michelle. Like, and go sit the fuck down somewhere and make your money. Like, y'all go get these white women and then lose your goddamn mind. Like, they stirring little teacup. They didn't watch the movie Get Out.
Everyone's gonna.
These movies be real. Like,
So remember Monique was on Club Shay Shay and she was telling him to leave them young girls alone, get you a woman your age, all that kind of stuff. And so there's this thing that's been going on where they're taking clips from reality shows or interviews and they're making them into cartoons. And someone did that with
Mhm.
Monique when she was telling Shannon Sharpe, and she actually posted on Instagram. And yeah.
And see, it's funny that you brought that up, Stephen, because the thing about the industry is it's known amongst the people in the industry first. They all know
Yeah.
about the dirt and the happenings first. And you may hear like little drips and little
Right.
dribbles in private conversations and stuff like that. Like that was a thing. She said what she said. Little did we know, here we are today.
Yeah.
But they know and they keep each other's secrets or try to respect each other's secrets because they know about each other's proclivities because they run into each other.
Same
You
thing with
know?
Diddy. These people always now everyone's talking about the Diddy parties. Oh yeah, I've been to a Diddy party. I knew when to leave. I knew, you see that now. So you're right. You're right. All right, well,
like
legendary.
they wait for the moment that you get big. They hold the information and they just waiting for you to do all your work. Go make that money, baby. You about to pay me.
I want to push back on that, Brittany, because I don't think that it's necessarily that. I think that the people, the subjects at hand, the more privilege that they have, the bigger that they get, the more brazen they are because they feel more powerful.
Yeah.
And then they get to the point where they feel untouchable and then they get sloppy. And
Mhm.
then bam, there it is.
But you don't feel like it be going on for a long time?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, well, legendary rap groups Outkast and Salt and Pepper will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Outkast's first-time nominees will be honored in the performer category with their originality, impact, and influence in the music. Meanwhile, Salt and Pepper will receive the Musical Influence Award for their role in shaping rock and roll and impacting youth culture. The induction ceremony will take place November 8th. So we're definitely saying congratulations to them. But one thing I was very upset about, someone that was in the running for a nomination was Mariah Carey. It was her second time that she was in the running and she didn't get it. But congratulations to Outkast and Salt and Pepper. I think this is huge. They definitely deserve it. Brittany, what are your thoughts on these two groups being inducted?
My mom was a Salt and Pepper fan. So like that was like my childhood. I didn't really get all of their music, but happy for them. They paved the way. Like they were really, really dope in their time.
Mhm.
And so yeah, absolutely. Outkast, I love Big Boy, Andre 3000. I am a Houston girl, so I'm Pimp C and Bumpy, but I don't really know much about them. So, but I do know about Big Boy and Andre. I just didn't listen to all of their music like that. But I'm very happy that when people are getting their flowers, I want to see everybody black win. So,
Right, and getting them
like
on
Issa
here,
Rae.
getting them here
Yeah.
live to enjoy. Chike, what are your thoughts on these two groups again?
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And
Yeah.
I'm really excited that Cheryl and Sandy
Mhm.
included Dee Dee. That's
Yes.
what I'm really happy about.
Yes.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I'm
that is
really
dope.
happy about.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was an issue for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, last story. So, in the latest episode of Keeping Up with Kanye's Rants, the controversial rapper talks about his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, and what he should have done instead of having kids with her. Kanye discussed the topic on his first day on Twitch, just moments before he got temporarily banned. Kanye pointed out that Kim originally started out as Paris Hilton's assistant, and because of that, he thinks he should have had kids with Paris instead. After all, she was already at a great level of success, just like him. He said, I should have had babies with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. Could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton? How many hotels would I have by now? He's been saying a lot of things, as we all know. He's still talking about his whole cousin situation, that he supposedly performed oral sex till he was 14. But he was talking about that, and he also said, now that people think I'm gay, can I use the F word? He tweeted that. Um, I'll start with you, Chike.
Why?
Why is Paris in this?
It's not about Paris.
Yeah.
It's not about her.
Yeah.
A blind person can see that this man has a formula. He's operating like a raggedy ass that president name.
Yep.
He's a raggedy ass him. The only time we really hear from him is when he has music getting ready to come out and he comes out with some outlandish
Yep.
F up stuff. He will say anything to get a click. He will
Yep.
say anything to get a like. He will say anything to get any attention. I don't know why people still pay attention to him. When his music hasn't been valid to me since probably the first or second
Mhm.
album. I do not care about Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yay, Yeezy, whatever the hell his name is this week. I don't care. I wish they would cut the light and cut the mic off. Good night.
Yeah. He released a list of people that he can't, the list of people that are against him or he doesn't deal with whatever. Guess who's on his list?
Chike.
All right. All of his kids.
Good.
All his
If
kids
you
are
were my
not
father, I
listed
wouldn't
on
have
the
anything to
list.
do with you. You're a tramp rant bastard. That's what he is. Sorry.
And I felt bad for the kids because they go to school. You know what I mean? And kids talk. Kids talk. Brittany, what are your thoughts on Kanye and his
What
foolishness?
you think what you think the other kids say to his kid?
Oh my
Your
God.
dad crazy.
Your
Yeah.
dad getting your dad getting it up the butt.
I mean, it's crazy. And they said you can't imagine the cousin in jail. He probably like, but go ahead.
Y'all gonna Trump and Kanye me to death all 2025. I mean, I is tired, y'all
Right.
go between it's Trump and Kanye on every podcast listen I get every time I come on here. Like we gonna need where is Waldo? Where is Kanye now? Go ahead. Put Kanye in the bodyguard. We can hear about all his rents in that bodyguard. That was the best kid. He the stalker.
Yeah, he'll be the stalker. Yeah.
Let him stalk him. It'll be real life. Another reality show.
Mm-hmm.
Let him stalk the hell out of Kim and somebody protect her because I cannot.
I
So
saw
can I just offer something? Like, okay, you have an album coming out. Why can't
That's
you
so
be somewhere in
why?
Africa feeding the hungry? Why can't you be helping out people that have been
right.
damage due to a natural disaster. Be seen doing that. Do something to help people. Why must you be negative and destructive and put poison into the culture to sell whatever you're trying to sell us? I think that's stupid.
Yeah.
Kanye gonna fuck around and get locked up in Wendy Williams' house. They both
That's what
gonna
I
have
say.
help me signs. They both gonna have help me signs. Next we're gonna have to get Kanye out of a conservatorship. Like
He
Kanye
needs
gonna
one.
fuck around and find out he keep playing.
He needs one. Well, listen, Brittany, thank you so much. As well, Chike. We'll be back in movie reviews right after this.